Howdy Neighbors, David here. And today on Boondock Stallions, we are still doing our 31 days of horror, and our topic is still, excuse me, something in my throat. Our topic is still divisive and controversial horror movies, but today we are talking about season 2, episode 2 of the Chucky TV series. Now, before we get started, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to this bad boy, and I will keep pumping out videos for you to like or hate or even argue with me down about on Facebook. But don't argue with me on Facebook. Do it here. Do it here. Facebook isn't here to delete your comments or put you on a 3-day ban for saying mean and awful, dumb, funny things when you want to argue with me. So, do it here. I don't mind. It's hilarious. Having said that, before we start talking about this current episode of Chucky, I would like to take a second to talk about the Mighty Ducks. Yeah, I know, totally weird. Um, Back in 2014, after the first Jurassic World hit theaters, uh, the, the young actor playing the younger brother, who was also in Iron Man 3, sparked a bit of interest from Joshua Jackson from the original Mighty Ducks trilogy. He's the one that played Charlie. Joshua Jackson saw him and was like, wow, that kid could be my son. But more importantly, that kid could be Charlie's son in a Mighty Ducks reboot series. And he and a lot of the original cast members are still friends with each other and had gotten excited and wanted to talk to Disney about getting together and bringing back the Mighty Ducks for either a movie or something. And nothing ever came of that. Nothing. Then last year, they put out season 1 of Mighty Ducks Game Changers on Disney Plus, bringing back only Emilio Estevez and a few ducks, the Bash Brothers and a few others showed up to make a cameo in an episode called Spirit of the Ducks. But that was it. There was no Charlie, and I felt really upset about Charlie not being there. He was literally the backbone of the entire Mighty Duck series. I know it was Emilio Estevez's movies, but Charlie was the heart of those movies. So I feel like, why did Disney snub him and not let him in the first season? Or are they going to bring him into the second season somewhere? Because I'm currently watching it. But the reason I brought up the Mighty Ducks in the first place is because one of the actresses, I think her name is Bella Higginbotham. I'm certain I got that almost wrong or mostly right. But she was one of the characters on the show. And I mean, the show's okay for what it is. It's not great. It's good, but it's not as nostalgic and hit me in the feels, warm, fuzzy feelings that I thought it was going to be. But I mean, it's still good for kids to watch, whatever. I mean, I'm in it to see if there's going to be any more Bash Brothers or cameos from the original series, and I want to see if Joshua Jackson's going to show up. Heads up, spoiler alert, the Bash Brothers were there for the first episode this season, so that's good. But like I said, the actress Bella Higginbotham was on the show last season, playing a very quiet, shy, kind of nerdy blonde girl on the show, and she is not there for the second season, and I found out why. She has joined the cast of Chucky, and that's right, she is there for season 2. Now, earlier this year, I had speculated that she was going to be playing Glenn/Glenda because she was blonde, and I don't know what her natural hair color is. I assume it was a blonde because that's how she was in the Mighty Ducks. But when they told me they cast her in this show, they cut her hair and gave her red hair. And I was like, oh my goodness, she's playing Glenn Glenda. I got super excited. But alas, she is not playing Glenn Glenda. They gave that job to Lachlan, what's your last name? I don't remember. Sorry. You're still new to me, so it'll be a while before your name's burned into my memory. But I'm excited to see how she's going to do with the role as well. But this girl from the Mighty Ducks has been cast as, I think, Nadine, who is a fellow schoolmate of our 3 main characters of the show. And it looks like she's having more fun. Honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade at Disney Plus and the Mighty Ducks show and call it bad. I mean, it's not as good as I was expecting it to be, but it's fine. It is still a decent show. But this actress looks like she's having more fun in one episode of Chucky than she did the entire time, the whole season of the Mighty Ducks. So I feel like she found her little niche with these guys, and she's going to stick with them, and they're going to be her clique. And maybe she'll end up doing season 3 or have an even bigger role in the season. I think she's going to surprise us and be just a little bit crazier than anybody there was expecting. I think she's going to turn out to be the wild card this season. So look out for that. So now, season 2, episode 2 of Chucky. I know, 5 minutes in. It's getting good. Like I said, After Seed of Chucky and Chucky's big revelation that he should just stay a doll forever and continue to wreak havoc and mayhem as a doll because it's really the perfect disguise and the perfect cover story for him. So, I mean, why wouldn't he just run with that? And continuing with that, he is now um, seeking more revenge for them foiling his plans in the season before. And I really love that Chucky goes full on Scooby Doo with the I was going to take over the world and I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you damn meddling kids like that. Hilarious. And then he blew a child up. It was awesome. Awesome. Awesome fun. Because, I mean, yes, he blew up a child, but you were sitting there going, oh my God, will somebody please give that kid a Ritalin and make him sit down and shut up. Well, Chucky got him to shut up. I'm not gonna lie, but it was hilarious. It was a really funny way. So it's all fake. The kid's fine, I'm sure, and it's a mark of him being an amazing actor at that young age that he was able to annoy everybody that saw him on screen so much that they cheered upon his death at the end of the episode. So good stuff. Devon Sawa is back, and while I am upset that my theory about him being a younger version of Charles Lee Ray in flashbacks last season didn't pan out, I was glad that he got two roles playing twin brothers last season, and now he's back again playing a whole new character, and that seems to be the case. Uh, the actor, I forget his name, but he played Lexi's father in season one, and he died in season one. Um, Also played a psychologist at the mental hospital in Cult of Chucky, and so I feel like they're just going to keep finding troop actors and keep them on for one or two seasons. If they have any more seasons, they do. Like I said, I really hope that this show gets a third season, maybe even a fourth season. I don't want it to go on too long, but I would also like this show to give Chucky his own natural end and conclusion, so that we don't have another Chucky spin-off series or movie series 20, 30 years down the line where somebody's doing their absolute best to impersonate Brad Dourif doing the voice of Chucky, and the internet being divided and divisive about how they want to receive the show, and me sitting here like, just let me watch the damn show. There were already actually rumors that Christian Slater was going to replace him, back in '05? I think they were saying that Christian Slater was going to take over the role of Chucky and like Seed of Chucky, which, like, why? We don't know. Christian Slater, no. Um, I really like that they managed to balance the comedy and the blood and the gore and the violence in this show, because at its core, Chucky is a villain, but at the same time, he's a doll, so you're allowed license for it to be comedic. Like, one of my biggest problems with the Nightmare on Elm Street series was Freddy's mouth. I mean, I know it's blasphemous to say, but like, Freddy was a bit gabby, wasn't he? Like, it's like, bro, shut up and just fucking kill me already, Jesus. Um, Talked people to death, literally. Like, he didn't even need the claws. Like, 20 minutes of him and his bullshit one-liners, and I'd have stuck myself with his glove. Um, Anyways, yeah, Chucky's a doll, so he's allowed to be a little funny, and the fact that he's a foul-mouthed little bastard makes him even funnier. And the fact that he's on USA and Sci-Fi means that they get to throw some f-bombs and foul language around on the show, because it's Chucky, and where would he be without um, his potty mouth? Also, I love callbacks. I love that Devon Sawa got to make a callback to one of his better movies, Idle Hands. If you've never seen Idle Hands, go watch Idle Hands. That was probably the greatest devil possession zombie murder comedy of all time before Tucker and Dale versus Evil was made. Idle Hands was great. You should all check that out. I also like that they did a copycat kill because somebody died of a heart attack upon seeing Chucky, just the way they did in Child's Play 3. The only difference is that this time Chucky was able to kind of relish and curtsy, take a bow for scaring somebody to death. He took it as a high honor, so that's really funny. Good old Chucky. Let's see. Anything else I'd like to say about the show? Nope, it was great. I kind of want to get off the computer here now because it is time to watch Halloween Ends. And if this movie sucks, I am so going to slam it tomorrow on the internet. Uh, I'm a big fan of the Halloween series. I love it. But, like, they tend to follow real. The Halloween franchise has this nasty habit of making one really, really good movie and then following it with a less than par movie. Like for example, let's consider Halloween's 1 and 2 one big movie, and it was one decent big movie. What followed it? Halloween 3. And while Halloween 3 wasn't a bad movie, it was poorly received. Halloween 4, Return of Michael Myers, was very, very well received. And then what happened? We got Halloween 5, and everybody was like, great, that kind of sucked. And then we had to wait like a million years for Halloween 6. And then when we got to it, did anybody really care? No. I mean, Paul Rudd was in it, and he was awesome as Tommy Jarvis, and I think that he would have done a little bit better in Halloween Kills, but I am glad that he managed to miss that movie and the whole "Evil dies tonight, evil dies tonight" thing that went on in that movie because it didn't die. Just want to point that out. It didn't die. It did not die. Um, and let's see. Then we got to H2O. Strong movie, amazing movie. What came after it? Resurrection. Do you really need a recap of how bad that movie was? Buster Rhymes kung fu fighting Michael Myers. There. That's how terrible of a movie it was. Then we get to Rob Zombie's Halloween, which, like I said, is the greatest Halloween of all time. Better than the original, better than the sequels, better than any requels that have come out after it. It is the definitive Halloween movie. Both the theatrical release and uh, the unrated director's cut are masterpieces. And what came after that? Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, which is a piece of like a big piece of stinky, chocked full of corn and fucking badness dookie. It is a doo-doo movie. Absolute doo-doo. So then we get to Halloween 2018. And it was a really strong Halloween movie, even though I think it was a little heavy-handed with the whole take the mask to the sanitarium and just show it to Michael and yell at him. And like, that's it. That's what we're getting. It's kind of stupid, but it's fine. It was a really good movie. And then Halloween Kills came out, and I'm not trying to diss on Halloween Kills too bad, even though Anthony Michael Hall did overhype it when I saw him that one time, but it's fine. Uh, Halloween Kills took away from the fact that they had tried to make it a more grounded, earthbound movie. Like when they decided, let's just make it a sequel to the first movie, there are no superpowers, no cults, no magic, no devil powers or anything like that. It's just a guy who wants to kill people. And then you get to 2018, and they kept running with that. It was a great movie. And then Halloween Kills, they gang up on him and beat the absolute shit out of him in the middle of the street. I mean, and they're like, oh, he's just getting stronger. It's like he's unkillable now. It's like, great. I thought he wasn't supposed to be super powered. If y'all shoot him in the face and have him survive that point blank shot, I'm really going to be upset. I hope nobody says evil dies tonight. Be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.